ghee. Ghee is a type of clarified butter that originated in India and is commonly used in South Asian, Middle Eastern, and North African cuisines. It is made by heating unsalted butter until the water content evaporates and the milk solids separate from the fat, which is then strained to create a clear, golden liquid. Ghee has a rich, nutty flavor and is prized for its high smoke point, which makes it ideal for high-heat cooking methods like sautéing, frying, and roasting. It is also used as a condiment, drizzled over rice, bread, or vegetables, or as a flavoring agent in dishes like curries and dals. In addition to its culinary uses, ghee is also valued for its health benefits. It is rich in fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, as well as butyric acid, a short-chain fatty acid that has anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties. Ghee is also lactose-free and casein-free, making it a suitable alternative for people who are lactose intolerant or have dairy allergies. However, it's important to note that ghee is still a high-fat food, so it should be consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. Usage of ghee among different countries in the world. Ghee is a traditional food that has been used in various countries around the world for centuries. Here are a few examples of how ghee is used in different countries. India, ghee is an integral part of Indian cuisine and is used for cooking, baking, and frying. It is also used in religious ceremonies and as a healing food in Ayurvedic medicine. Pakistan and Bangladesh. Ghee is commonly used in Pakistani and Bangladeshi cuisine, particularly in dishes like biryani, kebabs, and halwa. Middle East, ghee is a popular cooking fat in many Middle Eastern countries, including Iran and Iraq. It is used in dishes like rice, stews, and soups. Nepal, ghee is a staple ingredient in Nepali cuisine and is used in cooking, as a spread, and as a condiment. Sri Lanka, ghee is used in Sri Lankan cuisine for cooking, particularly in curries and other spicy dishes. Europe and North America. Ghee is becoming increasingly popular in Europe and North America as a healthier alternative to butter and other cooking oils. It is used for cooking, baking, and as a spread. Australia and New Zealand. Ghee is used in Australian and New Zealand cuisine for cooking, particularly in dishes like curries and stir-fries. Overall, ghee is a versatile and flavorful ingredient that is used in many different countries around the world for its taste, nutritional benefits, and cultural significance. History of ghee. Ghee has a long history that dates back to ancient India, where it has been used for cooking and medicinal purposes for thousands of years. Here is a brief overview of the history of ghee. Origins in ancient India. The origins of ghee can be traced back to ancient India, where it was used in Ayurvedic medicine and as cooking oil. It was also used in Hindu rituals and ceremonies, where it was believed to symbolize purity, nourishment, and the divine. Spread to other parts of Asia. Ghee was introduced to other parts of Asia, including the Middle East, North Africa, and Southeast Asia, through trade and migration. It became a staple in many regional cuisines and was valued for its flavor, nutritional benefits, and long shelf life. Role in Indian cuisine. Ghee plays a prominent role in Indian cuisine, where it is used in a wide range of dishes, from curries and dals to desserts and snacks. It is also used as a condiment, drizzled over rice, bread, or vegetables, or as a flavoring agent in dishes like biryani and pulao. Health benefits. In addition to its culinary uses, ghee has long been valued for its health benefits in Ayurvedic medicine. It is believed to improve digestion, boost immunity, and promote overall well-being. Modern research has also found that ghee contains butyric acid, a short-chain fatty acid that has anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties. Today, ghee is enjoyed around the world for its rich flavor and nutritional benefits. While it has a high fat content and should be consumed in moderation, it can be a healthy and delicious addition to a balanced diet. Nutritional ingredients of ghee. Ghee is a type of clarified butter that is high in fat and contains some essential vitamins. Here are some of the nutritional ingredients of ghee. 1. Fat. Ghee is almost entirely composed of fat, with around 99% of its calories coming from fat. 1 tablespoon of ghee, 14 grams, contains approximately 13.5 grams of fat. 2. Vitamin A. Ghee is a good source of vitamin A, a fat-soluble vitamin that is important for vision, immune function, and skin health. 3. Vitamin E. Ghee also contains small amounts of vitamin E, another fat-soluble vitamin that acts as an antioxidant in the body. 4. Vitamin K. Ghee contains a small amount of vitamin K, a fat-soluble vitamin that is important for blood clotting and bone health. 5. Butyric acid. Ghee contains butyric acid, a short-chain fatty acid that is produced by gut bacteria and has anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties. It's worth noting that while ghee is rich in vitamins and fatty acids, it is also high in calories and should be consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. How ghee is derived. Ghee is a type of clarified butter that is made by heating unsalted butter until the water content evaporates and the milk solids separate from the fat. Here's a step-by-step guide on how ghee is derived. 1. Start with unsalted butter. Ghee is traditionally made with unsalted butter, as salt can affect the taste and texture of the final product. 2. Melt the butter. Heat the butter in a heavy bottom pan over medium heat until it melts completely. The butter will start to bubble and foam as it melts. 3. Skim the foam. Use a spoon to skim the foam off the top of the melted butter. This foam contains water and milk solids, which need to be removed in order to make ghee. 4. Simmer the butter. Reduce the heat to low and allow the melted butter to simmer gently. The water in the butter will start to evaporate, and the milk solids will separate from the fat. 5. Strain the ghee. After about 20 to 30 minutes of simmering, the ghee should be ready. Use a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth to strain the ghee into a clean, dry jar or container. The milk solids will be left behind in the strainer or cheesecloth. 6. Store the ghee. Allow the ghee to cool to room temperature before covering it tightly and storing it in the refrigerator or at room temperature. Ghee has a longer shelf life than butter because the milk solids have been removed, which helps prevent spoilage. It can be stored at room temperature for up to several months, or in the refrigerator for up to a year. Ghee versus clarified butter. Ghee and clarified butter are both made from butter and share some similarities, but they have some key differences. Here's how to make each one. To make ghee. Start with unsalted butter. Ghee is traditionally made with unsalted butter, as salt can affect the taste and texture of the final product. Melt the butter. Heat the butter in a heavy bottom pan over medium heat until it melts completely. To make clarified butter. 1. Start with unsalted butter. Clarified butter is also made with unsalted butter. 2. Melt the butter. Heat the butter in a heavy bottom pan over medium heat until it melts completely. The butter will start to bubble and foam as it melts. 3. Skim the foam. Use a spoon to skim the foam off the top of the melted butter. This foam contains water and milk solids, which need to be removed in order to make clarified butter. 4. Strain the clarified butter. After skimming the foam, strain the butter through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth into a clean, dry jar or container. The milk solids will be left behind in the strainer or cheesecloth. Clarified butter. The main difference between ghee and clarified butter is that ghee is simmered for a longer period of time, which gives it a nutty flavor and a darker color. Clarified butter, on the other hand, is simply melted and strained, and has a more neutral flavor and lighter color. Both ghee and clarified butter have a longer shelf life than regular butter, and are used in a variety of dishes in many different cuisines. Ghee versus butter, which fat reigns supreme? Comparing ghee versus butter is a common debate, and the answer depends on your personal preferences and dietary needs. Here are some key differences to consider. 1. Nutritional content. Ghee and butter have similar nutritional profiles, but ghee has slightly more calories and fat. Ghee is also a source of butyric acid, a type of short-chain fatty acid that has been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties and may have some health benefits. 2. Cooking properties. Ghee has a higher smoke point than butter, which means it can be heated to a higher temperature without burning. This makes it a better choice for high-heat cooking methods like frying and sautéing. Ghee also has a nutty flavor and aroma that can add depth and richness to dishes. 3. Lactose and casein content. Ghee is made by heating butter to remove the milk solids, which means it has very low levels of lactose and casein, two components that some people may be sensitive to. This makes ghee a better option for those with lactose intolerance or dairy allergies. 4. Flavor and texture. Butter has a creamy, smooth texture and a distinct, buttery flavor. Ghee has a richer, nuttier flavor and a slightly grainy texture due to the milk solids that are removed during the heating process. Ultimately, the choice between ghee and butter comes down to personal preference and how you plan to use them in cooking. Ghee is a great option for high-heat cooking and for those with lactose intolerance or dairy allergies. While butter is a classic ingredient with a creamy, buttery flavor that works well in a variety of recipes. Both can be part of a healthy, balanced diet when consumed in moderation. Is ghee dairy-free? No, ghee is not dairy-free, as it is made from butter, which is a dairy product. However, ghee is considered lactose-free because during the process of making ghee, the milk solids and water are removed from the butter, leaving behind only the pure butter fat. This means that ghee can be tolerated by some people who are lactose intolerant, as lactose is a type of sugar found in milk and dairy products. However, ghee still contains trace amounts of milk proteins, such as casein and whey, which can be a concern for those with dairy allergies or sensitivities. Nutrition label. It is always important to read labels carefully and consult with a healthcare professional if you have any dietary restrictions or concerns. Is ghee better for digestion and colon health? Ghee has been traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicine to promote digestion and overall health. While there is limited scientific research on the specific health benefits of ghee, some studies suggest that ghee may have potential benefits for digestion and colon health. Here are a few ways in which ghee may be beneficial. 1. Rich in butyric acid. Ghee is a rich source of butyric acid, a type of short-chain fatty acid that is produced by beneficial bacteria in the colon. Butyric acid has been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties and may help support healthy gut function. 2. Low in lactose and casein. As mentioned earlier, ghee is made by removing the milk solids from butter, which means it has very low levels of lactose and casein. These components can be difficult for some people to digest, so ghee may be a better option for those with lactose intolerance or dairy sensitivities. 3. Contains vitamin K2. Ghee is a good source of vitamin K2, a nutrient that has been linked to improved bone health and reduced risk of heart disease and cancer. 4. Helps with nutrient absorption. Ghee is high in medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which are easily digested and can help improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. While ghee may have some potential benefits for digestion and colon health, it is important to remember that it is still a high-fat food and should be consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. As with any dietary change, it is always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional to determine what is best for your individual needs. Is ghee good for weight loss? While ghee is high in fat and calories, it may still have a place in a weight loss diet when consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet and exercise routine. Here are a few ways in which ghee may be helpful for weight loss. 1. Can help reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation has been linked to weight gain and obesity. Ghee is a rich source of butyric acid, a type of short-chain fatty acid that has anti-inflammatory properties and may help reduce inflammation in the body. 2. May boost metabolism. Ghee is high in medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which are metabolized differently than other types of fat. MCTs have been shown to boost metabolism and increase energy expenditure, which may help with weight loss. 3. Can help improve digestion. Good digestion is important for weight loss, as it helps the body absorb nutrients and eliminate waste efficiently. Ghee has been traditionally used in Ayurvedic medicine to promote digestion and improve gut health. 4. Can be used in place of other fats. Ghee has a high smoke point and a rich, nutty flavor, making it a great substitute for other fats like butter or oil in cooking. By swapping out less healthy fats for ghee, you can reduce your overall calorie and fat intake. It's important to note that while ghee may have some potential benefits for weight loss, it is still a high-fat food and should be consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. If you're trying to lose weight, it's important to focus on creating a calorie deficit through a combination of diet and exercise. It's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional to determine what is best for your individual needs. Usage of ghee in persons with heart ailments. Ghee, like other sources of saturated fat, has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease. While the link between saturated fat and heart disease is controversial, many health organizations still recommend limiting saturated fat intake to reduce the risk of heart disease. Here are a few ways in which ghee may be a risk factor for people with heart ailments. 1. High in saturated fat. Ghee is a high-fat food, with about 62% of its fat content coming from saturated fat. Consuming too much saturated fat has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease. 2. May increase cholesterol levels. Some studies have found that consuming ghee may increase levels of LDL cholesterol, also known as bad cholesterol, which is a risk factor for heart disease. 3. High in calories. Ghee is a calorie-dense food, with about 120 calories per tablespoon. Consuming too many calories can lead to weight gain, which is also a risk factor for heart disease. For people with heart ailments or a family history of heart disease, it's important to talk to a healthcare professional about the best diet plan. A heart-healthy diet typically includes plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats like those found in nuts, seeds, and fish. While ghee can be a part of a balanced diet in moderation, it's important to limit intake of saturated fat and overall calorie intake to help reduce the risk of heart disease. Ghee can be a healthy part of a balanced diet when consumed in moderation. Here are a few reasons why ghee can be considered a healthy fat. 1. Contains healthy fats. Ghee is made up of about 99% fat, most of which is saturated and monounsaturated fat. While saturated fat has been demonized in the past, recent research suggests that it may not be as harmful as once thought. In fact, some studies have found that replacing some carbohydrates with saturated fat may actually be beneficial for heart health. 2. Rich in fat-soluble vitamins. Ghee is a good source of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are important for many functions in the body, including vision, immune function, bone health, and blood clotting. 3. Contains antioxidants. Ghee contains compounds like beta-carotene and vitamin E, which have antioxidant properties and may help protect the body against damage from free radicals. 4. Can be tolerated by some people with lactose intolerance. While ghee is made from butter, the milk solids and water are removed during the clarifying process, which means it contains very little lactose. This makes it a better option for people with lactose intolerance that may have trouble digesting other dairy products. It's important to note that ghee is still a high-fat food and should be consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. If you have any health concerns or dietary restrictions, it's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet.